All right, we're recording. Welcome to video 1 of my small business products review. All right, so within this series, basically, I will try my best to hold your hand step by step to setting up your online presence for your next brand or business. Okay, so with this video 1, if you've already seen by the title, we're talking about licensing and trademarks. Okay, so licensing would happen to deal with if you need a license for your state, you need a business license where you're at, and you also need a business license with the city or county that you're in. Okay, and you do actually need both of them in order to have an official business. You can't have one or the other. So this is where a lot of people, I think, get confused with setting up a business. And it's actually not too expensive, I would say. It's fairly inexpensive, but it all depends, once again, on the income that you are currently earning with your small business. So let's break it down like this. You've got a brand or a product or a service or whatever industry you're in, and you want to put yourself out there now. Okay, so what do? You probably started off with just working with your close circle of friends and family, and you may have a Facebook or Instagram page. That is step 1 for everybody. I'm sure it is, but that doesn't officially make it a business. So step 1 is actually signing up for your business license with the state that you're in, as well as the county that you're in. So that means you're going to need a LLC. That's what you're going to get from the state. You're going to pay some fees for that. And then you're also going to get a business license. That's what you're going to get from the county. And there's going to be some fees for that. Now, depending on how you want to set up your business, most likely, depending on what you're doing, is going to be a partnership or a one owner business. If you need to do something like nonprofit or things like that, then that's going to require a whole different set of licensing. Okay, but just know that you do need both. Now, you'll also need what's called a seller's permit. Now, this you can actually obtain fairly easily online. Getting a seller's permit. Let me see if I could pull it up here. For the state of California, let's see. Bam, right here. So you'll just simply go to a website like this. You're going to fill out a few forms. If you need help with that, there's plenty of services out there, but you're just going to simply fill out a few forms. It doesn't cost you anything. Then you're going to get a number. That way you can start using your seller's permit for wholesale pricing at different retailers. So what that means, different retailers will sell their stock in bulk minus the tax, and that way you collect the tax on the products, but you're also getting the products at a deeply discounted price. That way you can earn a little more money within the process. So always remember, for every item that you're selling, you're actually collecting the tax for the state, because that company that you purchase those from with your seller's permit will then send you in a tax form at the end of the year, stating that you purchased a certain amount of goods from them, and then you'll be the one expected to collect the taxes on it. So don't expect it to go away. You're definitely going to have to report it to the IRS at some point. All right. Now, next is going to be trademarking. So trademarking is something that you don't need right away. Basically what trademarking does is it protects your IP. So any graphics that you make, any content that you make, you're going to want to get trademarks and copyrights for that. And how you'll do that is simply by going to either copyright.gov or to the USPTO. All right. So those two websites right there are going to help you, guide you to getting your patents, your trademarks, and all of your namesake, your likenesses secured by the government, so that way if somebody out there is trying to scam and say they're you, and give you bad business, you have a legal right to send them cease and desist letters, and get them to take it down or take them to court based upon legal action. Now, I wish I had. Now, this does cost money, so this is where it starts to get pretty expensive for having your business. Now, if you don't have it, hopefully people are nice out around you and they're not trying to scam you in that way and take your IP. But these are the things that happens a lot to artists, music artists, graphic artists, you name it, people who create dances, all of the things you hear about in the media about people doing basically bad business, stems from this right here, not having licensing of your IP. So don't allow a company to go do this for you. Do this for yourself before you start selling anything, that would be recognizable as you by the rest of the world, right? If it's something you created, protect it basically before you put it out there would be best. But even if you have to earn a little money within the process, make sure you're putting some aside to be able to protect it if it does look like it's growing, right? You don't want to put money into it if the product or service isn't really taking off and you feel like you're not going to continue marketing it in the long run. So it's kind of a give and take, but it's definitely not a necessary thing. Okay. And that pretty much sums up part 1 of this video series. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it below. I will be answering everyone who leaves a comment in this video series to help out those who are much like me, setting up a small business for the first time and need just a little push or a little guidance to understand how to get things to work. Before I go actually on that note, I want to say don't be afraid to get out there and just start your business either. A lot of times we feel like the IRS is going to hit us with super fines or throw us in prison for doing something incorrectly. It's mostly just paperwork. And that's really it. Like, don't stress out about it. If someone invites you to do a pop-up for your business and you don't have a license or things like that, don't let it deter you. If they require it, hey, it is what it is. But now you have it in your hands to make that happen before you even get to that point. Next, we'll start going into some products such as hosting for websites, creating URLs for your websites, and getting plugins and web design, and as well as shipping services that you can use. And then we'll end this series off with marketing and advertising products as well. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below once again. And until next time, love life.